On August 6, 2025, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff held a 3-hour meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, just 2 days before President Trump's Friday deadline for Moscow to make peace in Ukraine, or face new sanctions. The Kremlin described the meeting as useful and constructive, saying both sides exchanged diplomatic signals. Still, no formal concessions or ceasefire proposals were announced. President Trump set an ultimatum. Russia must agree to an end to the war in Ukraine or face heavy new sanctions, including tariffs on countries importing Russian oil, especially targeting India and China. This meeting was seen as a last-ditch diplomatic push to stave off further escalation. Witkoff is a real estate billionaire with no formal diplomatic experience, a Trump ally who has taken on high-stakes roles, negotiating on Ukraine, Gaza, and Iran. Critics say he's out of his depth. Despite repeated visits to Moscow, no breakthroughs have emerged. Putin is widely seen as unlikely to bend, firmly holding to his aims. Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov confirmed that some signals were transmitted on Ukraine policy, and Russian officials said the idea of exploring strategic cooperation with Washington was discussed. But observers note, no mention of a true ceasefire, no public commitment from Russia. Analysts say the Kremlin may offer only a partial moratorium on airstrikes, not the full ceasefire demanded by Ukraine and its allies. Russian officials appear confident. They believe Western sanctions have had limited effect, and Russia remains committed to its war goals. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and international observers continue to push for a comprehensive ceasefire and a leaders' summit involving Putin, Trump, and Zelensky. Trump's deadline falls on Friday, August 8th. If no peace signals are forthcoming from Russia, the United States may impose secondary sanctions on companies and countries doing business with Russia. These could, severely disrupt Russia's oil export networks and its economy, even as Moscow tries to navigate sanctions via shadow fleets and friendly trade partners. Today's talks may have been useful, but with no visible breakthrough, global attention now turns to Friday's deadline. Were these diplomatic gestures enough, or just window dressing? We'll be watching closely. Subscribe to Social G for ongoing updates on Russia-Ukraine diplomacy and Washington's next move. Like this video for clear, unbiased global reporting. Share it with your network to spread awareness of international stakes at play. Stay informed, stay curious.